Hi Care Bears, this is Carrie here, your favorite traveling naturalista, and welcome to my channel, Living Carefree, where we encourage you to live your best life through travel, beauty, and entrepreneurship. So today I'm going to be talking to you about how I financially plan for my vacations, because I get a lot of people come up to me and they say that, oh, I would love to travel like you around the world, but I don't have enough money for it. And I'm like, yes, you do. You just have to financially plan for it. So the tips I'm gonna give you today will hopefully help you travel just like your friends do on social media and post those little cute pictures and live your best life.
We're living our best life. No matter what comes, gotta keep on pressing on. To the sky, we're gonna make it if we try. Living our best life.
Now, how long you have to financially plan for depends on how much you have to save and how long you are trying to take your trip, and it could take between months to years, but you need to take time to really create a system or a strategy so you can be properly prepared. So we're going to start with the first tip, which is budget. What is your budget for your vacation? And your budget has to include everything from your flights to your accommodation to getting to and from the airport. If you're going to be driving to your vacation, how are you going to sustain your car? You need to include gas, tires, everything needs to be accounted for in your budget. Also, what needs to be accounted for is unexpected expenses. Now, this is very important to me because you never want to go on a trip and something happens that you did not plan for and it costs more money than you expected. I have been in that situation. One of my trips to South America, I had to end my trips quickly, and I had to buy an extra flight back home, and it cost, I think it was like $700, but I had to have that money in my account in order for me to get home, or I would have been stuck in Brazil. So yeah, it's very important to budget for your trips before, during, and after. So secondly, once you have your budget, you need to open a checking account. This checking account you're going to put your money into so that way you don't touch it at all. Remember, do not touch that money at all unless it's going towards your traveling expenses. And also make sure that the checking account has a good debit card associated with it. So when I say good debit card, I mean a debit card that you can use while on your trip. So if you're planning to travel internationally, make sure that your debit card can be used internationally and it doesn't have a high fee to use internationally. That is super important. So once you have your budget and your checking account with your debit card, now it's time to put money into your checking account. So you need to figure out what percentage you need to put inside of your checking account. So for example, say that you budgeted that you're going to start paying for your trip in 10 months, right? And you budgeted that it's going to take you $1,000 to pay for all your expenses and have a little left over for your unexpected expenses. So that means every month for the next 10 months, you need to put $100 into your vacation savings account. And if you get paid every 2 weeks, then that means you're gonna put $50 into your vacation savings account. And that way, for me, I set my account to automatically transfer the money to my vacation savings account as soon as I get paid, because I don't want to see it once I see it, I'm going to want to spend it sometimes. You know, you have to have discipline. So it's easier to discipline yourself when you don't see the money at all from the beginning. So as soon as you get paid, you can set up your account to every 2 weeks or however often you get paid. On that day, I'm going to send $50 to this account exactly at the time that you get paid, so you don't even see it coming out of your account. And before you know it, in 10 months, you have your $1,000 and you can go travel wherever you wanted to go and go and live your best life. So you may be thinking, well, that's all fine and dandy for those that have an extra $50 every 2 weeks to go and travel and put into their savings account, but I don't. So I have an answer for you. You need to increase your passive income. So, and there's many ways to do that these days. So you can use your financial institution, for example. A lot of financial institutions have round up accounts to where if you, say for example, you make a purchase and it was $100 or let's say $1.50, right? And so the round up account will round up to the nearest dollar, which is $2, and it'll take that extra 50 cents and put it into your savings account or whatever account that you've designated for that money to go towards. And that's just a simple way to utilize your money, because it's not anybody else's money, it's your money, but you're going to be just, you know, putting money that you probably would have never put into the account, and save up your vacation account easier that way. Another way is passive investment apps, for example, Acorn. It works similarly to the roundup accounts with your financial institutions, but they use that money and they invest it. So you could potentially make more money than you would normally do off of just making simple purchases that you would have normally done any other time. Also, a lot of credit cards have rewards associated with them. So say for example, you have a credit card that you use for your travels, and when you make those swipes, there are rewards that go onto your card that you can use for the rest of your traveling, for example. There's also tons of different ways to increase your passive income, like if you're creative, selling on Etsy or eBay, so that you do have that extra $50 every 2 weeks to go towards your vacation account. Lastly, what I feel like is the most important is to make sure you have enough and you're caught up with your bills before you go on your trip. That is the most important, because I know you may get anxious and you're ready to go and travel the world and have fun and see different things, but you need to make sure that when you get back home, you still have a house to go to or you still have a car. So even before you consider traveling, make sure that your bills are caught up, make sure that you have extra income for your bills when you get back as well. So you might want to include extra money into your budget so that when you come back home, you have enough money for those unexpected expenses that may happen not on vacation, but when you get back. So that, because you have to remember that you're not working typically, unless you're an entrepreneur, you can work afar, but for the typical person, they're not working during that time on vacation. That may affect their money. So you should include a budget for expenses before, during, and after your trip. So I say all of this to encourage you to not give up on traveling. There's ways to do it. It may take a little time, but you can. You just have to make a strategy for it. So if you feel like this video can help you or any of your friends that are looking to travel more, you may have a traveling group, you can share this video with them. Share it. Allow them to see that they can do it If you like this video, hit the like button. Join the Care Bear clan. We love to help one another. So join, hit the subscribe button below, the notification bell, so you be notified when I post new videos, new helpful videos. And I really appreciate you guys for watching, and I will talk to you next time.